In the South, we like our gas-burning engines. And we like our trucks. And we really, really like our gas-burning trucks. But a change slowly creeping like kudzu vines is making its way south of the Mason-Dixon line, electrification. Ford's BlueOval City Plant broke ground in September of 2022 in Stanton, Tennessee, just 45 minutes away from where the Multi-Point Inspection podcast is produced, and West Tennessee has been abuzz ever since. Property and house values are soaring, construction seems to have accelerated, and even new laws are being proposed concerning Air BnBs in the region. According to Ford, BlueOval City is, quote, its largest, most advanced auto production complex in the company's 119-year history, end quote. BlueOval City will create approximately 6,000 jobs building an all-new revolutionary electric truck and advanced batteries. It is scheduled to be production-ready by 2025. The Multi-Point Inspection podcast was invited to tour the site in March of 2023. You can find our coverage with an exclusive, extensive behind-the-scenes video on Intellicheck's YouTube channel. And in true "if you build it, they will come" fashion, other announcements began flowing in about new projects in West Tennessee. In April of 2023, it was announced that 6K Energy, the cathode production division of 6K Inc., plans to establish a full-scale plus-cam battery material manufacturing plant in my hometown of Jackson. The facility will be the world's first Unimelt plasma cathode plant, providing low-cost, ultra-sustainable production of battery material for localized supply chains in the U.S. And in June of 2023, Enchem America announced a $150 million investment into Brownsville, Tennessee, which will provide 190 new jobs to the area with a manufacturing facility for electrolytes for EV batteries and other EV battery-related services. In the following month, it was announced that Canadian auto parts maker Magna is spending $790 million on 3 new U.S. supplier plants, with 2 of them on the BlueOval City campus in West Tennessee. The facilities will produce battery enclosures, truck frames, as well as seats for Ford's second-generation electric truck that is codenamed Project T3. And that's just in West Tennessee. Many other projects have announced or broken ground throughout the state, as well as other southern states. And this led to a George Downs report at the Wall Street Journal chronicling this shift of the auto industry south. I remember when I purchased a white Nissan Altima some years back. I suddenly started seeing white Altimas everywhere I went. I had never noticed them before purchasing one. So I decided to reverse engineer this experiment. I do not own an electric vehicle, and aside from the occasional Tesla that shares the road with legions of 4-wheel drive trucks around here, I don't notice that many EVs in these parts. But what if I were looking for them? Would they be everywhere like white Altimas? Or better yet, what about charging stations? Do we even have any in town? This is the Multi-Point Inspection podcast series on America's new battery belt. Episode 1: Building out the charging infrastructure. According to PlugShare.com, there are 31 public charging stations in Jackson, Tennessee, with 5 free stations and 17 fast chargers. Again, it's not like I normally have a need to seek these out during my pursuits around town, but now I do. Let's find these charging stations. But before we do, let's do a quick rundown of the different types of charging levels. Level 1. Level 1 devices will plug into a typical 120-volt household outlet. This is extremely slow with around 2 to 4 miles of range added per hour. Level 2. Level 2 operates at 240 volts and 3 to 4 times the amperage of a Level 1 unit. This can equal to anywhere from 12 to 32 miles of driving range for each charging hour. But not all Level 2 chargers are the same. A 240-volt, 24-amp charge can employ 6 kilowatts of continuous power, but some Level 2s charge at 80 amps or 19.2 kilowatts. Level 3 are DC fast chargers. Charge rates with Level 3 chargers can range from 50 kilowatts to 350 kilowatts. Level 3 chargers can add 100 to 250 miles in 30 to 45 minutes. This information courtesy of Car and Driver, November 15th, 2022. Just for some context, Jackson, Tennessee sits on Interstate 40, roughly halfway between Memphis and Nashville. The population is around 70,000 people, with around 100,000 people in Madison County. So we are a bigger, smaller town. We have 2 Walmart supercenters, one on the north side of town and the other on the south. So it was no surprise that the Walmart just off the interstate would be home to EV chargers. There are 4 Electrify America ports at this location with a maximum of 150 kilowatts. Next on the list is the Hilton Garden Inn in Jackson. This is a Level 2 Tesla charging station. It makes sense that this is only a Level 2 charger for overnight charging at the hotel. Arguably, Jackson's most visited tourist attraction is one that celebrates the legendary railroad engineer Casey Jones. The Casey Jones Village sits just off Interstate 40, and that's where I found 8 Tesla ports, which are Level 3 and 150 kilowatts.
Hey man, I'm doing a podcast on EVs. Would you want to be on here and talk to me about just, because I'm just trying to learn this stuff right myself, but like charging times and like how it's been finding chargers.
The system finds chargers on your route.
Okay, but are they plentiful?
Plenty, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's superchargers everywhere. This takes about 10 to 15 minutes. And then there's little chargers everywhere.
Okay.
They just take longer, probably an hour to 2 hours. So if you're having lunch somewhere in the middle of nowhere, there's usually a charger somewhere.
Okay.
They're everywhere now.
So convenient, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I saw New York tags?
Yeah, I'm from New York. I live in Manhattan. I just got done visiting my parents in Arkansas.
Sweet.
Yeah, I drive it all over the United States.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah. What's the model and everything on this?
It's a Model Y, Tesla Model Y.
Okay. Good deal, man.
2022.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
In July of 2021, it was announced that EV automaker Rivian had teamed up with the state of Tennessee to put Waypoint Level 2 chargers in all 56 state parks. I traveled some 60 miles south of Jackson to Pickwick Landing State Park on the Tennessee River.
Okay, I'm at Pickwick Landing State Park. Behind me is the Pickwick Dam. It's run by TVA, and TVA provides our electrical, our power. According to the TVA, about 60% of the power they generate is hydro. There are 2 Rivian Waypoint chargers here. They've teamed up with the state, and the goal is to put them in all 56 state parks. These are Level 2, but they're slow charging I think 11.5 kilowatts is what I read. But if this is the campground, so I guess this was just, it's not a fast charger, so you would do that overnight.
The Level 2 charger provides 11.5 kilowatts of power and adds about 25 miles of range per hour. This one is located outside of the lodging quarters at Pickwick Landing. In February of 2021, the Tennessee Valley Authority and the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation announced a partnership to, quote, develop a statewide electric vehicle fast charging network to power the growth of EVs across Tennessee and reduce barriers to transportation electrification, end quote. By the end of August 2022, the first fast charge location was built in the state, in the town of Martin, home of the University of Tennessee at Martin. I met a resident of Chicago charging her Tesla while visiting the location.
And when I got the day I got it, it was like, this is it forever. I'll never get anything else. I don't want anything else. This is going to be me. I did have to, Chicago's streets are awful. We have potholes that are like craters.
Right.
So I did have to, bugs here. I did have to get my front end suspension, like the entire thing, redone.
On this one?
No, my little one.
Your little one? Is that where the batteries sit? Is that
so the whole bottom of this is batteries.
Yeah.
So the batteries are from here to the wheel to wheel.
Okay.
And all the way over. So 10,000 on the little one, and I don't remember how many they said it's on the big one.
Okay.
But so I had this front end. I'm telling you this to get to a point. It was $683. And I'm like, that is insane. I couldn't even get my brakes changed on my Lexus for $683. And so, you know, because I bought the first one used. So, you know, the little things you go and get it fixed. It'd be like $50 here, $25 there.
Yeah.
Just little stuff. And I'm like, man, there's no way I would have done this. I would have got this stuff this cheap on Lexus.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You know, oil change, no tune-ups. No, I don't even need brakes for 150,000 miles because it's regenerative. So you never really touch your brakes.
Yeah. How about tires? Do they run through tires?
Tires, that's another thing. So this one is only 9,000 miles.
Okay.
I've only had it, what is this, August? I got it in April, May. I'm already at a 6. They said between a 6 and a 7 on my tires.
Okay, yeah.
And that's because the weight of the tire is pushing down.
Yeah.
And then when you're trying to show people the speed factor, 'cause everybody gets in my car, they want to do that. And so you're, you know, yanking tire meat. And the tires are expensive, but I was told by my guy, I had them balanced and rotated yesterday. And he told me that because so many people are getting EVs, there's a new tire coming out. There's like 4 different brands that have started making tires specifically for EVs, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because it'll prevent them from wearing so fast.
Yeah.
I've only replaced tires on the other car once. Paid $800.
Okay.
Not bad, Pirellis, you know, all around.
Yeah.
These are probably going to be about the same, because same wheel size.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only maintenance for like 150,000 miles.
Yeah. So this, what, 10 minutes? Did I hear that right?
It depends. So, like right now, it took my battery 45% when I got here. I was at like 30 something. So this one's a little slow.
Okay.
So that's probably why I will run over to Union City later and get on the Tesla. Because Tesla, if you get on the supercharger, they got 250 and then they got 150. The 150s, the problem with those is they circuit together. So they share power. So if my kilowatts that I'm receiving is already at a low rate and somebody pulls up next to me, they're going to drag me down.
Okay.
It's going to slow me down.
Okay.
But at the 250 speeds, they're independent.
Oh, okay.
And then Electrify America has 350. Tesla's not compatible with it. Well, they can charge on it, but it's not going to ever hit 350 because they said that it'll heat the battery too fast, or it charge too fast, or something like that with the battery. It says something about damage to the battery.
Okay.
So it won't allow it to hit 350.
Okay.
Maybe down the road. They got a Model 2 coming out. So it's kind of cute too, if the concept car is really true.
Yeah. Let me ask you two things that just came to mind. So do you have a thing at home?
So no, I just plug it up in my garage.
Okay.
In a 110.
Really?
Yeah.
Overnight?
Yeah. I get home about, depending on what I'm doing for the day. You
Yeah.
know, some days I don't even go out, and then some days I go out and roam around and see clients, patients, and I come back in.
Huh.
About 4 o'clock, I'll come in, pull in, plug up. There's so many factors that go with that.
Yeah.
Like how fast you go.
Uh-huh.
Like what's the point of having it if you're not going to go fast?
Yeah, it flies, doesn't it?
This one's 1,070 horsepower
That's ridiculous, man.
with no lag. So when you hit it, it just yanks you back.
That's crazy.
So the G-force,
Yeah.
and it's got an insane mode. So and it's also a drag strip mode, so you could do like a launch, like a rocket launch type.
How many tickets you had since you had it?
None.
Really?
No.
They can't catch you, can they?
On September 7th, 2023, 4 more fast chargers were announced in Brownsville, Tennessee at the West Tennessee Delta Heritage Center. This fast charge site is about 18 miles from Ford's BlueOval City Plant in Stanton. Then, just 20 days after the Brownsville announcement, 2 more chargers were announced in Henderson, Tennessee, on the campus of Freed-Hardeman University. Henderson is about 15 minutes south of Jackson. So the EV charging infrastructure is slowly being built in West Tennessee. The chargers are here, if you know where to look.